Hi, Ian. This is such a special series for you to be a part of, and I feel like Bob has a lot of chemistry with Carol. They had a little bit of a rough start getting into their groove, but now he's moved in. Where do we pick up with the two of them?
Well, Bob's moved in, but he hasn't really fully moved in. Carol is very particular the way she likes, her house run. And so she's bothered by Bob's belongings, apparently. So Bob is basically living in the garage. I mean, he sleeps in the house. She lets him sleep in the house, which is nice. But all of his stuff is in the garage. And Bob is restarting his business as a personal trainer, physical, mental, emotional trainer. And he's using Carol's garage as his place. So he's out in the garage. He's he's allowed in. It's kind of like a dog, I guess. He's allowed in at times and at night, but for the most part, during the day, he has to be outside.
I enjoy his relationship with Samantha as well. He sort of considers her maybe another daughter, but Carol found that a little bit pushing her boundaries last season when he slipped Samantha a little bit of cash for her time in the city. What's his relationship like then this season with Samantha? And maybe is he going to be crossing a bit of boundaries for Carol again?
Yeah, he's very aware of the boundaries, so he doesn't want to be uh, take the place of the father who passed away or anything like that. So it's kind of a different person. It's kind of a person who's there to bounce things off of. It's a very tricky situation because anything that she shares with him, he should share with Carol. So it's a thing, but they're I think they find it's kind of like it's a stepdaughtery kind of thing that he's never had. Um, but it's not like we're going to go to the zoo together. It's I'm gonna we're both going through something with your mom, and hey, let's try to tackle it, and if we need to talk, let's talk. But for the most part, I don't want to step on anyone's toes. Um, and he thinks she's great and he trusts her, and I think she feels the same way. She's a little kind of like Bob's a little weird, but I think deep down she sees that his heart is genuine.
Will we be seeing any Fink crossover with Bob's family at all this season?
No, you don't see Bob's family. That's still we still don't know exactly what happened with Bob's family. I have some ideas as to, of course, when you're sitting around as an actor and you think, what is my backstory? And you come up with these completely bizarre circumstances that would probably never happen. And when you tell the writers, they go, okay, interesting. Yeah, we're not going to take any of that. We haven't had that meeting yet, but we don't meet Bob's family this season, nor do we know exactly what happened with them. They may be traveling trapeze artists. Yeah.
The writers are listening, but I don't think they'll be taking that note.
Well, if we keep saying it often enough, it might just seep in.
What do you think it is about Single Drunk Female that just continues to make it such a fan favorite series?
It's well. First of all, Sophia is she is amazing. I'm watching the show and I'm just in awe of her.
She's a force.
She's a force, and it's effortless. It's not, you know, there's not a false moment. I don't see anything, that I go, oh, there's the actor acting. She's wonderful, and the you know, not myself included, but all the surrounding characters are really, I mean, especially this season, you really find out a lot more about them and you get to see the underbelly of a lot of them or like a more vulnerable side of them. And the writing have supported these actors doing their job as creating these characters. So it's really kind of like, uh, uh, everything coming together so well. the directors, the writers, and the actors, and it's just it's like kind of a perfect storm thing. I know I'm really selling this thing pretty hard, but I really felt that way. I felt like it got even more interesting.
My goodness. That's a perfect explanation, I feel, because there are so many different sides to the series that you touched on. And there's heart, there's humor, there's a little bit of drama, there's past, present, future, everything to come. So I'm more excited for
Yeah.
people to get a chance to see season two here.
Yes, there was a flashback episode with quite a nice reunion in it, so that'd be great to watch.